tell me. Hello, hi. What's this? Facebook and YouTube. Let me just get on this because I'm a little bit confused. I bumped the camera. So I'm in the trouble.
No, it all looks fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
We have to worry about nothing.
Yay! I need space for my feet. There you go. How are you? Tell me what you're doing. Oh, I don't know, the plastic can come off tomorrow. Not quite finished, but yeah, so that's me mom. Picture of me mom. So tell me what you're doing. Are you making stuff for Christmas, or you're gonna buy stuff for Christmas? Have you started Christmas shopping? I haven't. I don't know what I'm gonna use to buy Christmas gifts with, but yes, we'll get there. And so tell us if you're new. I saw quite a few people on YouTube actually subscribing this week. I do know that there is quite a bit of load shedding going around. So, but luckily, if you lose us, it's always saved on YouTube, so you can just go watch it anytime. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but you gotta go check out the Brother Sewing Machine's Christmas special is on. It's up on the website, and it's only as long as stocks last. Now I don't know what that means. They might have 1,000, they might have 100. I don't know. So if you wanting to get a sewing machine, now would be the time. This baby is also on sale. The 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒 is on sale. Okay. Anyone say anything? Are they talking? Are they?
Bianca just said, hello everyone. It says, you still Matoria, so if I disappear, sorry.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no. Well. Okay, Lisa's not joining us tonight. Let me explain who we are for the newbies. I'm Amanda, and my daughter Lisa is normally also involved, and that's Matthew, that's the daughter's partner, and we're from a company called Fabric8, and if you want to find us online, we're at www.fabric, the word with the number 8.co.za, very easy to get, and we have almost 3,000 products, and they all involve sewing, knitting, crochet. We've got some stationery, we've got some crafty bits, we have some my studio stuff for your studio to make it easier. We're working on it. We're getting new stuff all the time, but shipping is very bad at the moment, so everyone uses an excuse. COVID in China, I don't know what else, but anyway. So what is tonight? Tonight is called Create with Fabric8. It used to be live Tuesdays, but we changed that because of load shedding, because we had to move it, and then we'll have live Tuesdays on a Thursday. So we've changed it to Create with Fabric8, and we do this once a week, or we try. And what it normally involves is I do a little bit of show and tell of our new products, and then I do a tutorial of a sewing tutorial. We try and do something short and sweet and easy so that it can finish in one, because we've done a few that runs over into like 2 or 3, and it just does not seem to work as well. So we do nice, short, easy, especially very good for beginners. Also very nice if you have to make a few gifts, because they're quick and easy. And then after our tutorial, which is about an hour long, we do a quick question and answers. You can ask me anything. I always say this week I don't know everything, but I will try and answer, and otherwise I'll get you the information. So all the patterns for these tutorials are free, and they're on our website. So you go to our website, www.fabric8.co.za, and on the top horizontal screen or at the menu button on your phone, you'll see there's a drop down menu, On the phone, it's a drop-down menu, and you pick 3 sewing classes. All the patterns are on there, and on a computer, it's a horizontal menu and free sewing classes. Click there, it's all in there. We also have quite a few different sewing, knitting, crochet, embroidery. We've got quite a few WhatsApp groups. Please, if you're interested, that's also available. Matthew might be able to post us the link or not. No?
Matthew, the WhatsApp groups. No, Matthew is not.
So
Matthew
it's somewhere on our website. And they are quite social. Some days they are dead quiet, and then other days they are quite busy. But I've learned things from that group, and it's very, especially if you're a newbie and you don't know where the places are and where to get things. Perfect opportunity to ask people who know and who voluntarily got onto the group, so they don't mind asking questions. What else? We have recently moved into a new warehouse, so we are not running until 9:30 in the evenings anymore. So we try and finish by about 8:30, just because we're in an industrial area and it's quite dodgy to get out of here at night. So yeah, all right. So let's see. Has anyone made Christmas gifts from one of our patterns yet? Anyone? Okay. Anyone made Christmas gifts? Send us a Christmas emoji. Anyone just used our patterns? Send us a smiley face. Okay, let's see if we can get.
Okay, if you want to join our WhatsApp groups, go to fabric8.co.za-insta-link. I will post that in all the chats now.
Okay, so it's www.fabric8. Yes, Matthew?
Insta-link. It's Insta-link.
It's just Fabric8.
.co.za, and then slash Insta-link.
So it's www.fabric8.co.za-insta-link.
No, it's slash and then dash. Remember slash?
I don't know about slashes and dashes. Okay, show it to me. So the first one is that one. And the second one is this one. Matthew, the horizontal.
The first one is this one, the second one is the horizontal.
Okay,
yes.
so the first one is .co.za. This one, Insta horizontal link. Okay, we got it. The dashes and the slashes, man, I don't know. They all look the same to me. So they sound the same. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of show and tell. We haven't got a lot of products. We actually are waiting a shipment. Yeah, whenever that's arrived. But I did want to show you guys that if you order from us, this is what your order will look like. Unless you order something really big, then we don't wrap it. Then we try and save on using repurpose like cardboard and things. But if it's like this size and smaller, we always wrap it. Okay, so you get a little magnet and your name tag, and we love stickers. I love stickers. I don't know who else loves, but I love stickers. And then you will always receive a little bag with your freebies in it. Now the freebies, they change. We try and change them the whole time. We also try and make them, if you order sewing stuff, that you'll get something slightly more sewing. And then if you order knitting stuff, you'll get something that's knitting. They are, as I said, they change the whole time. But yeah, so very cute. This warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness. I thought I'd show you. People love our packaging. I don't think there was anyone that liked my ideas of going wild and wonderful at the beginning. But now with all the compliments we get for the packaging, it is quite cool. All right, so let me show you some stuff. We had some questions last week about macrame and stuff like that. So I told you we had them. They're just not on yet. So this is called 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐓. You can bring it closer. It's quite a thick. It says 5 millimeters. It is 5 millimeters. So we have that now, and then we have the slightly thinner one, which is 3 millimeters, and these come in natural colors. So we have them in white, the beigey creamy color, and also in black. So if any of you are wanting to do some 𝐓𝐈𝐌 over the holidays, if you have holidays, we do stock this now. All right, then this, I'm assuming, is also, yeah, it says 𝐓𝐈𝐌, but it's called rope. So that almost looks like a knitted, almost, I've got to say, it looks like, you know, when you did like 𝐂𝐀𝐓𝐄, what's that called, French knitting. It almost looks like something like that. And then this one looks like generic rope. And it's a very nice and soft rope. I know with 𝐓𝐈𝐌, the problem is your hands get very sore if you have like a hard, you know, like sort of a rope that's not made for that. So also in the 3 colors. And then just for all the knitters out there, now I can't really elaborate because I'm not a knitter or a crocheter. But this, we also now have the charity in the big ones. And the reason why we're keeping them in the big ones now is people said that when you're knitting for charity, you don't want to like work with 10 little small balls. You'd rather just, so we have them now. And then we have had quite a few people ask about yarn that you can crochet with. So firstly we have I almost want to say old-fashioned, but it's not old-fashioned. Just the plain L crochet. So it's quite a thin one, and it has a slight, almost looks like the old like doilies is done with this. But I suppose I don't know about crochet. We'll have to ask John. And then we also have this, very, very nice. This I really love. I'm a cotton freak. So this is cotton on, and it says get your craft on. So I'm assuming this is also for crochet, but also if you're working a really tiny, fine, thin macrame. It's a double knit. So also I'm thinking, you know, those, like if you're doing like handbags, so they're like, I actually don't know. Let me not even say what it's called. But it's very nice and it feels very nice. It feels like it says 100% virgin cotton. So I'm a big cotton fan. All right, and then we also now have this. It's called 𝐓𝐶𝐂, and it's baby natural cotton. This feels so good. See, my problem with knitting is that I get very irritated very quickly. So if it's not cotton, it really feels like a cat's lying on my neck.
Cat lying on your neck is wonderful.
It's scratchy.
Cats are not scratchy.
I feel scratchy just thinking of it.
Guys, the cats lovers in the chat, please defend the cats. If your cat fur is scratchy, then it's not licking itself well enough. Also, I know a lot about crocheting. I know it's spelled crochet.
It's not crocheting.
It's
crochet.
not. Whatever, guys.
Crochet is a game.
That all of it sounds familiar.
I'm speaking to the first language English person. Okay.
Yes, real English, not this fake English. I don't know what that
Croquet.
is.
I'm going to do some crocheting with my crochet needle. Okay, so I spoke about these last week. We got them on Black Friday sale. So they are brand new and they on sale. So go to the sale. They are little handbag handles. Now the nice thing about them, I know they look sort of, if you don't like the sort of natural color, they can be painted. And they can even be painted and then resin and made quite funky. But they are very cheap. They all, I think they're like half price. Okay, so that was a Black Friday deal that we got, and we are just giving it right over to you. All our sale things, even though we just put it up before Black Friday, it's all still up. It'll be up until it's sold out. We don't believe in one day, so we sort of keep things for the whole year, and then we put it up, and it's, you know, I always hate Black Friday where I have to sit and wait for them to let me into the website because the website's too busy and stuff like that.
Saskia says your croquet stuff is very colourful, and Antoinette says, "Oh, mooi art op your arm."
Yeah, it's my mother. I can take the plastic off tomorrow, so unfortunately, but you'll see it next week. Okay, so
Saskia says cotton good for face scrubbies, face cloth.
yes, for those face cloths, all those. I see that people now make non-throwaway little face. It's like a disc, like you know those little cotton, I don't know, pads that you buy and then you throw them away. I've seen people crochet them and then they throw them in the wash and reuse them. Okay, so this is just a sample. We've got quite a few different sizes and shapes, and we even have, we've had people ask for those, you know, if you want to make like a baby, what's it called, a carrier, I don't know, pot carrier thing. We have them in that size also. So this is, you would, again, this is Amanda, I can say crochet, but I can't do it. You will crochet into these holes and then build the bag or crochet the bag at the top. So we got quite a few of these.
People are demanding to see your chat too closer.
Okay, I'll do it just now. And then this is very cool for you knitters. I know because we had to search quite a bit to find it. It's called a blocking board. Now, if I understand correctly, it is when you, say for instance, one example is you knit, you know those blocks that you knit or crochet to make a blanket. Now, when you're doing it, your tension is like on and off and hard. So it doesn't actually, when you start putting it together, some of them is slightly smaller and some of them slightly bigger. So you use this to actually pull it into a square so that the shape is correct for, I think that's what you do. Also, some like baby clothes, they actually pin it on here so that it lies nice and flat, and when you give it to someone, it doesn't look like it's like, you know, home knitted, because it just flattens it and makes it look pretty. But these are, I've struggled to find them, so we have them also. All right, then one more thing, then I'm going to show you my tattoo and then we're going to get started. We still have 6 of these, and it's not like we won't get them again, but we can't get these little boxes anymore. Yeah, I thought it was so cool because it looks like it comes with a sewing machine. Anyway, the new ones we can get is a see-through box, and it's slightly, so the new kits are going to be slightly cheaper, but not a lot. But yeah, so what we have in here is a sewing machine brushes. We have a magnetic seam guide that you use. We have a needle threader. We have some screwdrivers. We have a both pieces, because I see some people sell this as a single unit. Both pieces of overlock threaders. We have a little hook that you hook onto your machine for your small scissors, and there was something else. Oh, and also a bent nose tweezer. So these are, you can just, I'm sure if you put in sewing kit or sewing toolkit, you'll get them. So this is an essential tool with overlock threading. Yeah. Right, that's that. As I said, we have 6 more of these, so if you know someone who would appreciate it. And the nice thing about this box is all the boxes that come with the machines are so small, so you can't actually add to your toolbox, firstly. And when I can show you mine is chock-a-block full, because I put everything in here. So my makeup brush to clean with, all my feet are in here, my extra bits and bobs. so that if ever I need to pack my machine, it is just a quick take the box and I have everything. All right. Okay, so what was that question? Oh, they wanted to see my tattoo. Okay, so as I said, I can't take the plastic off yet. And the old person's skin, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it quite well.
So yeah, and there's still supposed to be like a Gothic window up here, but we ran out of time.
Antoinette says that she has her late mom's portrait on her shoulder blade.
Yeah, now my mom's got dementia and she's bedridden, and I've always wanted a Mary, or what's it called, Maria icon, and I found this picture of my mom on her wedding day, and I thought that it just fits perfectly into a icon. So it's for my mother, obviously, but also so that I could get the icon I wanted without it actually being depicting Mary. Okay, so what are we making tonight? We are making a.
Someone asked, do you by any chance have any magnetic dummies?
What is that?
I have no idea.
Magnetic dummy.
Yes.
Oh, like a baby dummy.
Man.
Answer us quickly is
Louise?
Like a baby dummy.
On Facebook, do you mean, I don't know what you mean. Do you mean like a doll you dress up? What do you mean exactly?
It could be a magnetic dummy. Like
I think it's rather a magnetic, like dress up doll
No,
than a
I've seen-
magnetic thing you put in your mouth. That seems dangerous.
I've seen new dummies lately that looks like sort of higher grade dummies that can have like a thing that goes on it, and I don't know, maybe it's to keep it from disappearing, so it magnetizes somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, we don't. I'm sorry if it's that. If it's a real baby dummy that's got a magnet in it, we do not have them. Magnetic dummies like in a doll, we also don't have that.
We have no versions of magnetic
No.
dummies. We're interested in what you meant, but we have no version
But
of that.
still, show us what you mean so that I might, I scroll through suppliers all day long. That's all I do. I see a lot of things and I don't actually know what all the things are for. So show me and I might find some. You never know. Okay, so as I was saying, tonight's project is a apron. Okay, we have previously done an apron, but because our patterns previously used to be a little bit touch and go, I'm slowly but surely working through all the old patterns and making them new and making them print out right and everything.
Everyone loves the tattoo, by the way. Saskia, Antoinette, Ashley, everyone's just saying they really like it.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, so we're doing a version of the apron we've done, and also I just think it's such a cool thing to do this time of the year. And I found that picture of an apron and I thought, okay, wait, we're going to copy it. So I used my apron pattern, and then I'm going to show you how to make it into a Christmas apron. Okay, so again, the patterns print out on A4. Make sure that you print it on 100%. So lots of printers actually, my printer for instance, defaults it to 96%. So I just go in there and type in 100. Okay, not that it'll make that big a difference, but just so you know. And then it sticks together. So this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they all fit together, and then once you've stuck them all together, this is the actual apron pattern, and then some of the smaller bits. But the one I'm making tonight is the adult size. I've cut it a little bit. You can see I left this bit on here because I'm a little bit big, so I'm always scared that it's not going to fit. And then we have a kid's medium and a kid's small. Now I'm assuming this is like, I don't know, like teenagers, when they're tall, like grown-ups, then they're going to use this one. But this is probably for about a 10, 11-year-old, and this is probably for about a 6, 7-year-old, and then we also have a toddler. So that's for toddlers are what? 2 to 4, I think.
Yeah,
I think
around
something
there.
like that. I think the word toddler comes from them learning to walk and stumbling. I think so. I don't know. Anyway,
Toddle
okay.
waddle.
All right. So just to explain, the pattern has quite a few different things you can do with it. So, for instance, if you're making an apron for a man and you don't want to make the round bottom, it actually originally comes square, and you can cut that corner bit off or use the square bit. Okay. So I'm going to make this because I want to do something on that curve, and then it is also one piece, the pattern, or you'll see there's a line where you can cut it off to have a separate rounded breast bib bodice part. Okay, so just have a look. So you'll see that what I've done is I've actually taken the one that was like this, and I wanted it one piece, but I wanted that round because of the Christmas. So what I did is I just literally put that there and just stole the round shape. All right, and then also it has a pocket. It can either be a breast pocket, so it could be up here, but I find that quite irritating because, especially for women, we have boobs, so now the pocket is forever hanging open. So I prefer the pocket below waist, so you can put, like your pencils and stuff you use in there. All right, so as per usual, the instructions aren't up yet because Lisa has an appointment and I was too late.
And Matthew doesn't know how to do anything.
The instructions will be up tomorrow, and you'll see that the instructions are quite, there's quite a few different ones. So there's one with a single layer of fabric, there's one with a double layer of fabric, one piece. Then you have the 2-piece where only the top is double layer and the bottom is single layer, and then the one like we're going to make tonight where both parts of the whole thing is a double layer. So just check the instructions and read well. Okay, so let's see. Let me get this and this. Okay, so the first part, obviously, I'm going to make a double layer, and also because I'm going to be using this apron, and the double layer just makes it so if something spills on you that it actually has to go through 2 layers. All right, so obviously we're going to cut on fold, so we're going to cut, just to show you, you would have cut 2 pieces like this. Cut on fold, so it's 1 and 2. All right, and then with I'm also doing a pocket. The pocket, I also cut 2 pieces to make a double layer. All right, so now I'm going to show you the front. Very, very easy to make this into a 𝐂𝐑𝐓. All right, so what I did is I literally took a strip of black fabric and I ironed it nice and neat, giving it a seam allowance on both sides, and I just lined it up with those 2 pieces, and then I sewed it on there. So that's the belt, and then I didn't have any silver. I only had this, like, I don't know what it's called, like, it is possibly silver ribbon, but you can use even more silvery ribbon. It will also look nice. And all I did is I literally went like this. Aww. Folded the corners and folded the corner to make a little square. Could be done neater. I'm not bothered. There's a lot of neater ways to do this, but this worked very well, and it's an apron for me. So, but if you wanted to make it, you could actually have this as a square, which is folded in, and put it beneath the black. But then how do you get this over? So then you'll have to just put 2 pieces over the black. But yeah, so this is, I just literally went and measured like this. I wanted to go there, and then I just folded it like that, getting it neat and tidy like that. And then over here, I would again and fold it, and I pinned it, and then see, and sewed it and sewed it all down. But if you look at it, it actually looks quite good. See, it's going up that. All right. So the other thing you have to do, there is some. I'm a lazy sewer. So why would I now go make straps if I could just use ribbon? But I did give you, there is a piece on the pattern that gives you the width of the straps. You just have to measure your length. Now why don't I just give you, because me, for instance, I'm a big girl, but I'm not a tall girl. Okay, so you get smaller people, much smaller than me, but they're much taller than me, and they have longer upper bodies. So it's better to actually just measure. So what I would do to measure is I pin this one here and I put it over my neck, and then I pin the other one, keeping this in my waist. This is obviously now going to pull down a little bit like that, so that I have that length. And then the side ones, I am just making them long enough so that they can tie easily at the back, because you can always cut them shorter. All right, so once you've done this, the next bit, I don't know why, but I didn't have white fabric. So I've got white felt, but that doesn't work. I've got white ribbon, and that doesn't work, because what I wanted to do is that frill at the bottom, okay? So I wanted to show you that normally I would do the frill, put it
Saskia says Ola, if I pronounce that correctly.
Yes.
And
So-
Ashley says cute.
Yeah. So you can either take a very, so what you'll do is you'll be measuring this bit all the way around, and you'll make a long piece of white, and you'll edge the one side if you want to edge it, or you'll zigzag it or whatever, and then you would put the right side to the right side of your Christmas and pin it like this. But this, if I go sew here, I'm going to get too small a little frill. So you can decide on your frill, obviously, but you'll make your frill, and if you wanted to give it a little bit of pleats, you'll do that and pin it like this. Okay, but it needs to be a little longer. So what I'm going to do, because I swear I thought I had white fabric, but I didn't. And when I realized that it was too late, because I would have been stuck in traffic to go get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the whole apron, and then I'm going to actually use this, but I'm going to use it on the edge so that it gives me more of its width. Okay. So once we've done that,
Ashley says I'll add some fur to the bottom, or try to attach the...
but I thought I had fur, but I can't find it. It must still be at home. But yes, fur or you know, if it's not for a woman, maybe just a strip of white felt will also be nice. But I want a little bit of a frill here on the edge. Okay. So what we need to do is now we're going to put this face up, and we are going to actually pin this all in here. Sorry. Pin this, because we don't want to actually sew it when we sew. So we're going to pin that like that, and then I'm going to just pin these bits also, so that they stay inside. Otherwise, this is a single layer. Go, all right. And the next bit we're going to do is we are going to just take the other part and matching up our center front.
Will you do that to show the people what you are? 'Cause obviously if you go that far forward, they can't see.
Yeah, no. So we're just going to pin it. Center front, there we go. And I'm going to pin this center front together so that I know I'm on the right track. There. pin it together. Alright, and then I'm going to do this side bits because they're easy to match up. There we go. I've also, I don't know if I actually said it, but the side straps are just pinned to the side. And we are going to pin here.
Lizelle de Beer says hello.
Hello.
So guys, do you think Amanda seems stressed?
What? I'm stressed.
You seem stressed, you know.
Ah, jy is baie snaaks. Ja.
I thought that was very funny, guys. Give me a thumbs up or a thumb down. You know, if that was a good joke or not. I thought it was very funny.
Matthew is just being hilarious.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, so we're just gonna pin it right round. I've already said this before. I am a pinner. I don't like to just sew because sometimes fabric stretches when you sew, and then you end up with one bit that's bigger or longer than the other bit, and when you pin, you can actually see if there was a mistake in your cutting. So, all right, so we also want to leave, because we're going to be turning this out. Yeah. Just remember the pocket, but I think we can do the pocket through both layers. It'll actually make it better, sturdier. So I'm just going to leave on the side here. I'm going to mark a spot for myself that I am going to leave open so that I can actually turn this whole gedoente inside out. And I'm going to just start sewing here, and I'm sewing at 1 centimeter. All my patterns are, the seam allowance is 1 centimeter. So we're going to start there. And we're just going to go around. And as I said, if you are doing the bigger frill at the end, the frill would have been sandwiched in between here now. But because I only have white ribbon, not white fabric, I am going to actually put the frill on top so that I lose no width. And the frill, when you put it in here and sandwich it, it can also be just gathered. It doesn't have to be little folds or pleats. It can just be a gathered frill also. Look how long so. So this long, but in a while. And I always, when I get to the bit where straps are being attached, I just for extra safety and, you know, I always try and, what I do is I actually reverse just over this bit of the strap again, just to give it a double, or it's actually triple now, but just to make it more sturdy there where the actual strap is, so that it doesn't pull out of your seam. So at the top again, I'll do it again. Oh, sorry. And also because I'm using ribbon tends to be able to pull out of a seam, so that's why I'm just giving it a little bit of extra strength there. It doesn't have to be completely in the seam, so if I'm going skew there, it doesn't matter because I originally sewed. So it's just to give it an extra bit. Almost there, almost there. The nice thing about these aprons is I've seen so many different versions of this apron. I mean, if you're doing like a what's it called, a kitchen tee, if you make it like with like florally or even silk or anything like that, they can be changed, or because I've given you all the different shapes, they can be changed in quite a few different ways. Okay, before I forget, let's reverse here. Okay, there we go. That is done. All right. And now I will just be trimming the excess. So the reason we do the whole trimming the excess thing is because when we turn this, we don't actually want these thick pieces of fabric in between, and it just makes it so much easier. And also, when you have curves, curves are quite, if you think about this, if I pull this back, it's going to have too much fabric because it's going into a smaller curve. So I have this very stupid way of remembering it. So when it's an out curve, out, I cut out little triangles. When it's an outing. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this to me is an outie, out curve. So I'm going to just about every 2 centimeters, I'm going to cut out a little triangle. Just on the curves, you don't need it on the straights. So on an in curve, you will just cut in little slits. You don't have to actually cut little triangles. So yes, I know about, I previously said this. So this, for instance, see, that's an out curve. This is an in curve to me. So I know about convex and concave and all of that, but I really am not a scientist or a science teacher. So I'm going with an out curve and an in curve, because the out curve helps me to remember that I have to cut out the triangles, and on an in curve I have to make these little slits in. So there's method to my madness. Here at the bottom we have another out curve, so we're also going to cut the triangles here.
Saskia says she's still in your way of remembering.
I am really bad with remembering things like convex and concave. It's like versing and basing it. It just doesn't make sense to my mind, and I don't want to actually think about it. I just want to do it. So I try and remember things in a way that actually gives me a picture in my mind, what I'm doing. Okay, so there's another out curve, and then this is also an out curve. And don't cut through your own stitches, eh? Then you are basically starting over.
I asked people if they liked my my sewing puns.
Yeah, and they?
Most people think they're just so-so.
So, ay, Matthew, are you slightly bored then? Okay,
No, I'm having a good time.
Now you need to find your hole that you left is on this side. Here we go. And you are just gonna be careful of the pins that you left inside. You're going to just turn it all inside out, and as I said, be careful that you don't now stick a pin where you don't want a pin stuck. So as you see them, you can take them out now.
Saskia says we are creators. We need a different way of learning.
Yeah, no, I know. I always say I would rather do it the stupid way, but just once. I just cannot redo things. I cannot redo. Oh, I just no. Okay, so for some reason, my mini iron. Just before we started, I realized doesn't have any water in it, so we are gonna use the big iron.
Lisa did ask why we're not using Olaf. She actually did ask.
Oh man, she always catches me. Always gets me. So now it's just a matter of getting your corners nice out, and then I noem it. I call it finger ironing. It's just rolling it out like that, flicking. This was quite a pain in COVID when I was giving classes, because I always used to say to the students, just lick your fingers, man. But then in COVID, because they're touching things, we had to have like little buckets with sanitizer to do this with. So as I said, I call it finger ironing because, especially if you're working with nice cotton, it actually will take. It'll take ironing by your fingers. And this fabric is 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒, just plain the same fabric as 𝐓𝐶, so it's 100% cotton. So it's very strange because it actually changes color when you iron it, but that goes away. So you'll see, as soon as I put the heat on it, it goes to a darker red. Can you see?
Well, I can see.
But then it also changes back very quickly as soon as it's cold. The first time that happened to me, I thought to myself, what fabric did I buy? I thought I bought cotton. How can cotton do this? I think it's something to do with the dye process, possibly. I don't know. Okay, so we're just gonna roll it out and make it neat all the way around. This takes a little bit of time, but it actually, and these muchies, me and the muchies. But it actually makes your end product better if you spend this little bit of time on the ironing. Just need to get through this hole to go push out that corner.
Are you guys following along? Are you understanding? Are you getting it?
There we go.
It does not seem like that harder one, although I don't know what I'm talking about. So maybe it is very hard.
No, it isn't hard. It's very easy. And I actually prefer making a double layer because it makes it even easier. If you're doing a single layer, you now have to go neatly turn hems all around all of these curves and things. So making a double layer just is so much easier. Go a little bit more, then we're done. There's no way for me to do this ahead of time. I did everything I could, so bear with me. Anyone got any questions?
I don't think there's any. There's no question specifically. Saskia says Olaf is making snowballs, which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah, Olaf is right beneath me. But as I said, just as we started, I realized I have the ironing board, but I forgot to fill Olaf with water. So Olaf is taking a break. Yeah.
And then Saskia said my jokes are, we just chatting about my jokes. I said I'm on fire tonight. She said she's going to get the hose and spray me. I'm on fire. It's just, I'm saving your life here. Being on fire.
You can't go get the hose.
Oh, God.
Hey, you You started this, not me.
Oh, guys, the real reason
That one was really good, though.
That was a good one.
Oh,
That was my favorite one of the night. I'm very honest. That was my favorite one of the night. This is the real reason you guys tune in on Tuesday for the puns.
Okay, so I'm just there we are. Had the hole. 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒. I am just ironing it nice and flat, and then I'm gonna just keep it pinned so that when I come around with my top stitch, I will automatically close the hole. I'm just going to give it a quick iron around just to make sure that it's nice and flat, so that when I do my bit of frilly bit, it is nice and flat. Okay, alright, that's done. Alright, so now my plan is, it might not work as well as, man, I wish I had the white fabric, but I don't. So we're doing with what this is the one thing about being we were at home. I literally have a Studio 47 just down the road. So I could literally take 10 minutes and go buy fabric if I need it. But now I am not close to a fabric shop.
Bianca says this is a quick project.
It is.
And Saskia said it's so sweet.
But just imagine you're making these for little kids and you give them a small, like a toddler, you give them this and you give them a brush and maybe a coloring book and a bit of paint, and it's a whole sort of studio art.
That's
so
cute.
cute, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to, don't laugh, I'm going to do this while I'm sewing because I can't actually pin them because I want it quite close to the edge so that I get the whole of my frill. So bear with me. Let me just get enough off here so that I can get rid of this turn that it makes. Alright, so I'm gonna do these pleats by feel, and I'm gonna start right here where
Bianca says fabric paint.
Yeah.
Is fabric paint a thing?
You make it in a white and you draw a picture on it, or you make them draw a picture on it. That is such a cool idea. That is okay. Now I need white thread at the top, guys. If you find me dropping things and throwing things around, that is my
process.
No, that's my thumbs. I actually read something in the week, and it was quite interesting because it said that 60% of your hand function is in your thumbs, and both my thumbs are not working like they should. I have no grip in it. Okay, so I'm keeping the red at the bottom and just putting white thread at the top, where I'm going to be doing, I need a footrest. I'm going to be sitting also because I need to be able to see underneath here. And where's this? There we go. So I'm going to go, oh, I've got a cramp in my leg. I'm going to start and I'm going to try and run about a 5 mil off the edge so that I get all of this ribbon. Listen, if you don't have something, you make something. You make it work. Make it work. Alright, so I'm going to start. Right on, come on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to judge this. So I'm going to use every time. Actually, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to try and be sort of in a system. This is also not the best ribbon I have here. I'm going to, every time the foot goes, I am going to give it a, let's just do random pleats. pleats because this is quite a thumb business. I should have done them. I just didn't want to pin them now. It takes another half an hour. Okay, so I'm going to just make a pleat and then I'm going to try and stick to the sort of same width and...
Bianca says, sewing that sewing machine is super fast. Awesome. So jealous.
Yeah, ne? No. Listen, I had to wait long for my, what they call a dream machine. This is like paper, the ribbon. It's such cheap ribbon. It literally is like paper. It feels like paper. It works like paper. It's gonna be fine, man. It's gonna be fine. We make do with what we have. Oh gosh, I don't know where I bought this ribbon, but it literally is like paper. Look, it does not want to fall. There we go. Got one, I got one. Did I? No, I don't. This is the leaves ribbon paper. Listen to this. It's like paper.
It sounds papery.
I'm somewhat, as I said, closing the hole. I have a better system now. This flat zebra. Oh, it looks cute, man.
I like it. I think it looks
I
cute.
think it looks cute.
I like the frilliness.
It's good enough.
Yes.
Actually, like the short fur like this, it would have been much easier putting it in, obviously, in the seam, but we beggars can't be choosers. We have to. It just gives me an excuse to go to a fabric shop. I'll have to go get some white fabric. I also used all my red fabric, so I'm going to have to go for the other Christmas projects.
Ashley Bells asks, how's your workstation so neat? I can't seem to keep mine clean while doing a project.
This is cleaned and set up for me.
By me. No, it's not.
No.
No, it's very much not.
It literally, this is the table we pack our packages on. So trust me, it's not a workstation. I am an absolute, I'm really messy. You can see, I mean, I just started working on this 6 o'clock tonight, look. I have managed to make it into a complete mess. You just can't see, it's off camera. There's literally fabric lying on the floor. Okay, so I mean, I really want to finish this. So, ooh, why? What's happening? No, something's wrong. Something is wrong. So, there, but it made 100,000 stitches on one bit.
Bianca says, never need an excuse to go to a fabric shop, just go regularly and no problem.
I really do go regularly, but I'm trying to just keep my stash slightly controlled.
But Amanda, for you it's work.
I know, but
So you can go, it's just work.
Saskia says, you haven't been sewing properly if you have a clean space.
no, I have not. But let me tell you something. I this morning started setting up in the garage where our workshop used to be. I now have working space again. So I started setting up my workshop again. So I'm obviously I'm going to have my other sewing machine there. So soon I can make stuff again because I am just bored to death at night because I used to work from home. So I always had something to do. If I could find nothing on TV, I could sit in front of my computer and work or design something, or I could make samples. And now I don't have a computer at home because I actually cannot afford another computer. And I also don't have a sewing space because we used to. So, but my garage is actually empty for the first time in I think 23 years since we moved in there. I said, I wonder, I think the last time it was empty was when we moved in. And so yeah, I started this morning, came in late because I'm working late most today, this was my excuse, and started setting up my space. Problem is I don't have a chair because the chairs have come here, and so I shall have to budget to make that a actual space that I can comfortably use. Okay, this is going a little bit better. I seem to be getting the hang of this, and as I say that, this crappy ribbon.
Saskia says, I keep trying to find somewhere to cut fabric. On the floor, and the baby comes to sit on it. On the bed, accidentally cut the sheet. Whoops. Bianca says, I cut fabric on the kitchen counter.
I was very spoiled because I used to do classes in my garage. So I had these awesome tables and everything was set up. But now, as I said, all of that has been moved here because, I mean, all the tables we use here. So now I am literally, the only thing I do have for home is a sewing machine. I have the camping tables set up this morning. I set the camping tables up. So now the next bit is to get a nice chair, because I went and stole my daughter's chair, but the chair won't go up. So that didn't work. That was not, yeah, but I'll get there again. It's an excuse to maybe get some nice things.
Anisha says, I also use our dining table, and Saskia says, don't have a big enough kitchen counter. Any tips?
You know what I used to say to students who are firstly studying and living in like small quarters, is if you buy a cheap masonite, it's called, door, I think they're like $250, all right? And then you get yourself, what's a bookie in English? Trestles. And then you can literally put it up anywhere, and that is an awesome. You get, just remember that you do get higher trestles. You get low trestles and higher trestles. So for cutting, I would actually suggest getting the slightly higher trestles so that you don't be bending your back the whole time. Or if you have someone that's quite nifty, you take that same door and you get like, it's called like skineer. What is a skineer in English?
No idea.
What the stuff at the door that makes it be able to do that?
Hinges.
Hinges. You get like hinges that is made for like a outside gate. And what you can do is you put the hinges against the wall, and then you put the table on the hinge or the door, and then you just get two legs on this side, but when you're not using it, it actually flaps down. So if you like have a garage or somewhere that you can use, but you can't have a table standing permanently, that is like a perfect solution. And then if you don't have space like that, I've also told people that if you get that door and you put it on your bed, it gives you a harder flat space to work on, and you can literally slide the door under the bed when you are not so. Okay guys, we're almost there. This is gonna look so cute.
Something went wrong on Instagram. Let's see what happened there.
What is happening? Did it die?
It's on the phone and a low battery message, and I just stopped the live.
Oh gosh. Did we not put a battery on it? Okay, well, I haven't really done anything else. So they can be back.
Hey Instagram, we're back. Sorry you lost us
Sorry,
for a
I'm
little
still
bit
busy
there.
with the ribbon. So you missed nothing. Are you gonna put a battery on it?
Yes, we put it up.
Sorry, we had a low battery, and that just made Instagram decide that we are not worthy.
The live is going off there. Quite surprised. So we're back. Thank you for
This
joining
is
us.
definitely not my best sewing yet, but I'm slightly more perfectionist when I sew. But I've learned that with the live, I must just get it done, because you guys just need to see. You don't need to. You're not going to look at how perfect it's done. Here we go. Here we go. It's finished. No, it's not. We still have to do the little pocket. Okay, guys. I just want to say this can be like a. This is very cute, man. I think it's okay. It's not. It could look better. Anyway, okay. So let's quickly get this folded so I can get a center for my pocket. Pocket. And I'm gonna just somewhat give it an iron so that I can get that center line. There we go. And then what we're gonna do is we put the pocket right side to right side, and at the top, if you look, you'll see I've already folded back the seam allowance. So I'm just gonna sew. Oh, now I've got white, and I'm gonna need red just now, so we might as well. Where did I put the red now?
As Belle says, she loves it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
And people are saying a wall table could work for your
Yeah.
or foldable table or foldable wall table.
What's happening here? It's this fan. It screws with my thread.
Do you want me to put it off?
No. Then I'm like
It's only very hot all the time.
sweaty and shiny. Okay, there we go. We got red back on. We're gonna sew at 1 centimeter just right around. Cha-ching. Get done. Okay, so if you guys wonder if I had someone ask me a while back, do you not enforce or do the back and forth stitches? Yes, I do, but the machine does it for me. So I don't have to do the whole reversing bit thing anymore. So it's set to enforce at the beginning and at the end.
Ashley Bell says fancy machine.
Ja. Okay, well, it does that if you ask it very nicely there. And then listen. It cuts off also. Alright, so for this pocket I'm going to just trim down quite a bit because it's small and I'm going to also top stitch it, so the chances of it pulling out of its seam is very slim. I'm taking it down to about 5 mil. Alright, and then these are out corners. So we're cutting little triangles just on the corner, and the smaller the corner, the closer you make your triangles. So on these corners, I'll do it every like 1 centimeter. You guys are very quiet. No questions. You've all been watching Fabric8 so long that you don't actually need.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of questions, and I just ask the questions, even the non-relevant ones, straight away.
Okay, so we're going to just do the same. We're going to just turn it in, out, and do that whole finger iron thing again. Who else licks and their fingers? Is it just me? Is that a gross thing now? Come on, anyone else lick their fingers, or what do you use? What are those banking things with a little sponge in it? I tried that, but I forget about it. And once it's like paging through a book of a doctor. I take through about 10 pages and then I realize, oh freaking hell, I shouldn't be licking my fingers and paging through these
Someone else's books.
that 100,000 people with who knows what illnesses.
At a doctor's office, so you know they've got some illnesses.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so I have my middle line, which is just to give you, to show you, there, my middle line, and I've marked the middle of my pocket. And I'm just going to pull it nice and flat, because we have a double layer. We want to make sure that it's nice and flat, and it doesn't really matter where you put the pocket. But I mean, if that's your waist, but what is it, like 10 centimeters below it, would be good.
Ashley says she licks, but not at the doctor's. Or any public place.
Oh shit, sorry. We have to, I forgot. We have to top stitch the top edge closed, obviously, because so I'm just giving it a edge stitch to close that up. And the top of a pocket, I always like to do a double stitch. Just gives it a little bit of stability almost, but a bit stronger.
They're talking about tables on Facebook and how big the sizes are and everything. Bianca found a good one on Facebook Marketplace, because you used to use a very tiny one.
Oh yeah.
So we were just debating, I think, tables and everything like that. What's the right sizes? I don't know.
When you do a cutting table, I know like normal kitchen counter is about 900 if for normal people. I've actually met people who have had who've made theirs higher because they're taller. Okay, but this table, if I can find my ruler, but it's stuck now. This table is, let me get a, oh, this is, there is mine. I'll tell you now. This one, the height is 95, but let me tell you, to me it's still just like a little bit, because when I had them made, I had made them at, I think, 110 high, because then you are actually cutting. So the plan is to get a good, where you can stand up straight. You don't have to do that, and then get someone to help you measure. So this one is 95, but remember that's 95 there. So about 10 centimeters up is where it used to be. But because I gave classes and I had quite a few, obviously short, tall, blah, 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 I had to actually make them 10 centimeters shorter for the short people. And then it's a little bit uncomfortable for the tall. Because the short people actually I had to go get those, you know, those kiddie steps. I had to go get those kiddie steps because they literally could not reach. So I'm about 1.7 tall. So for me, I would go with 105 centimeters in height. And if you're slightly taller, obviously you're gonna add some more. All right, so I've just pinned it straight middle there, and I'm gonna just give it an edge stitch or a top stitch. And that would be that thing.
And you said maybe Matthew can make foldable tables. Do you mean like, Matthew can make foldable tables, like unfold them? Yes. If you mean create them, no.
Matthew, I don't know if Matthew is a handy person.
I have hands, but
You have
that's
hands,
about it.
Yes. He's more of an intellectual.
I think of myself more as like a geek vibes, you know,
A
more
geek?
like a geek, like, you know, even intellectual seems a little bit praiseworthy. I mean, I can tell you a lot of lore about video games and books and stuff. Like, I mean, yeah.
But you're also very good at maths and things like that. So
Yeah, but I don't like advertising that stuff, man. That's just
you should. Very few people are good at maths. That's the one thing you should be bragging about.
no, man. I think being able to memorize a game's lore is more important.
Okay, and that is our Christmas apron done. And if you found that this is a little bit too long and you're not done, you can always just give it a screw up at the back. But what I would do is I would get this in my middle. Do I look like Mother Claus? What is it? What's the name? Mother Claus, Father Claus, Father. It's Santa Claus
Yes,
and
I don't know. Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
Yes, it's Mrs. Claus. Yeah, I think it's just Mrs. Claus. Goodness, you threw me there for a loop.
Okay, so I could easily put a knot in here, but I won't because I don't like being restricted. Here we go. Woo! Finished. Where's this?
It looks cool. I like it.
Why do I have thingies that's hanging off my... Yeah, so this didn't... Where's this from? This ribbon didn't actually... It doesn't look that bad. But I would still, if you wanted to do the ribbon thing, this is very hard. I think this is 2.5 centimeters. I would actually buy a slightly, actually I think this needs a little bit of a pinwheel. I would buy a slightly softer, and then maybe, what's the next ribbon? A centimeter, like 3.5 centimeters. Would actually make a perfect little frog. Alright, and then guys, I don't know if you saw the picture, But these were so cute also. I didn't make a sample because, but these are little, it's like, what's it called? Guest towel. A little red guest towel. And that same thing we did there on it. And then a little bit of white fluffy bits. You can also do this to a kitchen towel. So for Christmas. I thought it was very cute. All right, that is it. Anyone with any questions? You can just see this on a little child. Imagine. So cute. Yeah.
Saskia is the frillies. And Nella says, love the apron on you. Bianca says, no, that's not relevant. She was just telling Anisha to search for a large office desk. But yes, people love love it. And she said it's from the paper ribbon, all the string, threads. Everyone loves it.
Yeah. This is really dope. Wherever I bought this, it says satin ribbon eye. You know, this is so far from satin. I mean, the red is quite bad. I bought it at the same place, I think. And the red, but at least the red's a little bit soft. But this is like okay, so now questions and answers. Anyone have any questions?
Sibongile says she loves it.
Ashley Bell says
she can wear it. It's a new work outfit.
She's watching. She can see. She can hear you.
Sibongile, you can wear it. It's your outfit. If people come to pick up for Christmas, you need to put on your Cash Father suit and help them.
Ashley says, no questions, but I can't wait to get my order.
Who's that?
Ashley Bells.
Oh, cool. See, I mean, you can just like, there you go. Tie it, there you go. And there. So I do some Christmas.
Also, Ashley says the ribbon is expired, lol, gone stale.
It's beyond stale. It's like yes. It's like old bread that you've gone and frozen.
What sewing machine do you use, Amanda?
Brother F420, and they are on special now, guys. I'm telling you this. And the nice thing about the F420 is, I had a question about this today, is it actually comes with a knee lift. I don't know if you guys know what a knee lift is.
I don't know what it is.
I can't use a knee lift because I'm standing, but if you sit, it has a little thing and it has this knee lifter that when you lift, you move your knee, it lifts and puts your foot down, which is very good. It also, what's really nice about this machine is that all its stuff actually fits into this little bucket.
I do like stuff.
So you don't have to, everything can go with the machine. It also comes with a hard case, which is very nice. Actually, does it come with a hard case? Can't remember. I don't think if it has this lid, it doesn't need a hard case. I don't know. I can't remember. It's on our website.
Check it out.
Check it out. The A16 is also on special, and the FS60X is also on special. And then I think the 𝐂𝐓 machine is on special, and then there's 2 embroidery machines on special. Very strange. Brother doesn't normally give us good deals for Christmas, and also normally the nice thing about this is that they actually did the special quite early, so which is very nice, because otherwise they do it like a week or 2 before Christmas.
There's not enough time.
Yeah, there's just not enough time to think.
We've already bought the stuff and that. Yeah.
So
No, that's very cool.
okay, this is also scratchy.
What is this stuff called used for bag straps?
Bag straps.
Strapping. I have a bag cut out for ages, but haven't started putting together. Also missing some of the hardware.
What I use is, and what we stock, it's called twill tape. TWILL. Like twill, like the fabric, 𝐓𝐈𝐿, twill tape, and we've got them in many colors that you can for bag straps. But those are for sort of, I want to say, generic bags, like you know, like I don't think it's like a handbag handles. I don't have those. No. Anything else, guys? I wanted to say, if anyone wants to buy you or you want to buy someone a gift voucher, we have been struggling to get the gift vouchers to actually work on the website. But you can always WhatsApp us. Our WhatsApp number is all over our website. WhatsApp, and we'll give you a code, and we can make a little thing and everything that you can email or give to the person. So for any amount, if that's something you want to do, because as I said, we were hoping to get that sorted before Christmas, but I don't know, something's just not working on the plugin we have. It's something to do with the expiry date, and we can't get it to work. I also forgot to tell you, you do not realize that, you know, the Cerolon threads, we can get you the big spools in any of the Cerolon colors. They are available in any of the colors, so it's very nice for your overall color. Any more questions?
Tishnela asks, those loops that you find in a skirt to hang it on a hanger, are those just like ribbon, or what should I use
no,
for that?
those are called cotton tape. Cotton, I think it's called cotton tape. Maybe can you Google it on our website?
Yeah, sure.
Just see, I think it's called cotton tape. That's what that is. Cotton tape. Yeah, we have that too. You get them in different thicknesses, but the thinnest one is the one you normally get. Unless you want it to be slightly more smart, then you're going to get the black satin or something. But mostly it's the cotton tape.
It looks like it's the cotton tape.
Yeah,
Yep.
cotton tape that people use.
Any other questions, guys? Anything else that you want to ask? Now, go for it, or hold your pieces.
Yeah, no. We're going to hold our pieces. We need to put our headgear on, Matthew.
Oh, I
You
forgot.
know what? What was the headgear?
I don't know. I didn't steal it.
Yeah, Sibongile is watching. Where's my headgear? I had horns, or what did I have? Ears. We'll get that back next week.
Anisha and Bianca are drooling over the F420.
It is the best machine ever. I promise you. There is another one. What is really nice about this machine is, I'll tell you, because it's going to be stupid things, but people who don't know this. Okay. So this hole is the biggest, the second biggest of the brother holes. The biggest one is a quilting machine. Okay. So this, when you're working with something big, I always say when you have you're sewing a wedding dress, you need the biggest hole here you can get, because sometimes the whole wedding dress actually has to pass through this hole. Okay. So that is very cool, and you don't realize how small the lower level machine's hole is until you put it next to this one. Okay. The other thing I really like is this. I love that this can close so that when it's standing, it keeps the dust out of my machine, because that is always the worst thing to clean in there, to get in there. And as I said, that is very cool, the little bucky that keeps everything. And sorry, I'm going to look stupid now because I'm coming from the wrong side. So I don't know if you can see. Let me try and pick it up there. And another thing, obviously the auto threader, and then the auto reverse, start and reverse, and the auto cutter, so it cuts your thread. Also, most of the brother machines come with a separate. You have to buy it separate, but it's called an extension table. Very nice, wide table. They all have them. So this one also has them. I think they're out of stock at the moment, but yeah. What else is there? It's got a speed control, so it goes quicker and slower. It can actually, I want to show you, can I show you? Can I piece of fabric? It can, I told you it was lying on the floor. Okay, so I'm gonna unplug the pedal so that you can see it doesn't have a pedal now. Alright. And what's that? I don't want that. What is happening? Oh. Unplug. I must have switched or pressed something. So I don't have a foot piece, but the machine can still sew. Why? Oh, what's that? It's on 0.04. That's not a real stitch length. There we go. And as I said, it's got speed control. So look. Remember, I don't have a foot plugged in now. And then the auto reverse and the cutoff. Really nice, man. It also has I don't want to say hundreds, but quite a few picture stitches. Not that one uses that a lot. It has, I think, 10 or 12, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different shapes of buttonholes. It also has that little round thing, you know, when you're doing a hoodie, and it has like a thread, or it's like a veterman, a shoelace for you to tie. It makes those little holes. They're like tiny round buttonholes, and you also get a little punch that can make that hole with the machine. And then these three here, I'll just spit all over the machine. These three are called bar tacks. So if you know anything about making jeans or even men's shirts at the top of the pockets, there is normally like a piece that looks like it's sewn like that, and it's called a bar tack, and you use them on places that is going to take a lot of, so for instance on this pocket, because it's going to take a lot of hammering and that might pull out, what they would do is they would bar tack like there. And it's a very, it's like the one leg of a buttonhole. So it's very tiny, close together zigzag stitches that makes is stronger. What else? That's it.
Nothing. Other people just said, can the special run until January? I wish. Bianca said that the 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐊𝐷 got her drooling. Saskia says that'll be enough time to get her a sugar daddy.
No, I have to put the order in before 23rd, I think. So unfortunately, no. But remember, this is the loophole that if you pay with PayFlex or Layup, which is on the website, and you can go Google and find out how that works, you're going to get the special price, even though you're going to still pay next year. I shouldn't be saying that, because I just lose on those deals.
Zaskia says, I use my dad's old Singer, which has a winder on the side. Kept putting my foot down out of habit.
Oh.
And she says, actually like the control of it. With the pedal, it just ran away.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's
okay, guys,
else.
that's it. Next week, I think next week is another Christmas project. I'm not going to give it away now. So next week, hopefully same time, same place. We don't have anything planned for next week.
Not that I know of.
Same time, same place.
Yes.
Go put your stuff in your wish list, phone me for some gift vouchers. If people want to buy you something, tell them they must phone me or WhatsApp me, and I'll make them a gift voucher. I know that's not a perfect plan, but that's what we have to deal with at the moment. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye guys. Have a
What
lovely
about
night
Insta?
further. See you again soon.
Goodbye, YouTube, Facebook. You're going first tonight.